This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
It's true that some things change as we get older. But if you're a woman over 40 and you're dealing with insomnia, brain fog, moodiness, and weight gain, you don't have to accept it as just another part of aging. And with MIDI Health, you can get help and stop pushing through it alone. The experts at MIDI understand that all these symptoms can be connected to the hormonal changes that happen around menopause, and MIDI can help you feel more like yourself again. Many healthcare providers aren't trained to treat or even recognize menopause symptoms. MIDI clinicians are menopause experts. They're dedicated to providing safe, effective, FDA-approved solutions for dozens of hormonal symptoms, not just hot flashes. Most importantly, they're covered by insurance. 91% of MIDI patients get relief from symptoms within just 2 months. You deserve to feel great. Book your virtual visit today at joinmidi.com. That's joinmidi.com.
Something unexpected happened after Jeremy Scott confessed to killing Michelle Schofield in Bone Valley Season 1.
Every time I hear about my dad, it's, oh, he's a killer. He's just straight evil.
I was becoming the bridge between Jeremy Scott and the son he'd never known.
At the end of the day, I'm literally a son of a killer.
Listen to new episodes of Bone Valley Season 2 starting April 9th on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato.
It is the 7th day of April 2025. Good Monday morning, everybody. My name is Chris Hockey, and welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. A Power Trip Morning Show without Meat Sauce Paul Amber? What the hell kind of world is this? It's all right. He's on vacation with little Louie and his beloved. There is no Louie, only Steve. They're having a good time down there. Little boy looks so happy. How cool is that? What a good boy. But Ben will be here. Mussman will be here. So we'll find our way through. I think Zacho and Maxo, too. So, we'll get it done. But we miss you, Saucy. We love you. Here's some comedy from Nate Bargatze. Hope you had a great weekend. Going to be chilly today, but going to be a great week. Let's get it on. Here's Nate Bargatze. Power Trip Morning Show on a Monday. Come on in. I'm glad you're here.
I used so much ketchup once at a restaurant that a stranger walked up to me and goes, "That's a lot of ketchup." Do you know how much ketchup you got to use? That guy doesn't want to get involved, But he sees it. So, his wife's like, "Let it go." He's like, "I think I got to say something." I don't think he knows that no one's using that much ketchup. Our family, we just eat a lot of fast food. Our family text thread, my dad texted, he was like, "I found a way to get a Big Mac cheaper." And he said, "You can order a double cheeseburger and ask for Big Mac sauce." So he goes, "It's cheaper." And they get rid of that third bun, so it's Atkins. That's how you do it. That third bun is the one that you're like, I don't know if I need the third bun.
Morning show, sans sauce. No sauce for the next couple of days.
What in the hell kind of world is this?
I know.
I like the word sans.
Sans.
Yeah, it sounds like a old-timey Vegas casino. Back when Vegas was cool, when you would actually win and it didn't cost you an arm and a leg, and you could get like a $2 buffet, eat till you threw up. The good old days.
Yeah, then you walk it off. You eat like a pig. You eat like a wet pig, and then you walk it off.
Yeah, like a wet pig.
Nothing was better than the Sands buffet. The Sands buffet
had a little sand in it. You know what I mean? They didn't really care. Yeah, they didn't really care. The eggs weren't quite done.
Sounds like the Luxor's going to be Sands buffet pretty soon.
I know.
Is that right?
It's a sad day.
Can you knock down the one next to it?
No.
Why is the Luxor going first?
It sounds like, Luxor's going to be They're talking about knocking the whole damn thing down now, too.
Yeah, that's weird, man. It's weird.
Well, take the Excalibur down with it.
That's what again.
How dare you, sir? Some of us love that place.
It's got character.
Yeah. It does.
You're
Lots
called
of characters.
survivors.
That's right. Yeah, see? Thank you. Thank you for saying that. That's kind of a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment.
Speaking of survivors, man, I think you mentioned it late last week, Christopher, but the balls on Sauce to fly with a 3-month-old.
I know, man.
And I don't even mean in terms of, I don't care about the other people, right? Everybody has headphones. I don't believe in any way Sauce is inconveniencing the rest of us by flying his kid. Because, again, put on headphones, put on AirPods. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, get over yourself.
Screaming babies isn't the same in 2025 as they were 20 or 25 or 30 years ago.
Right.
We're all fine.
Well, they put out their best work early.
They really are. But just how about the balls just to put up with all the hassles of doing that? It's not easy. Right? I didn't want to go anywhere when the kiddo was 3 months old, right? No, that's sitting indoors time. That's sitting time before SITTING. That's before they can start crawling and moving. That's kick your feet up and do nothing time.
Yeah.
Not put up with airplanes, but man, the balls on that guy. Good for him.
I was a little shocked too, but little Louie, there's no Louie, only Steve did great apparently.
Yeah, that was the word on social media is that he didn't make a sound, which is great.
He's cute as a button.
Yep, cute kid.
Cute as a button. Yeah, I told you guys my horror story about the my trip with Alex, and he was almost 1, and I gave him fruit juice because I'm an idiot. I was 23. What can I say? Mm-hmm. And he threw up all over the lady beside me. She was wearing a denim outfit because she was awesome. And she was so sweet to us, but she was flying in to see her boyfriend, and he threw up all over.
Yeah.
It was a bad day for her.
Or was it? I mean, probably then the clothes had to come off.
Oh, well, good point. Maybe I did. Maybe I was like, oh.
Right. Maybe the boyfriend had the best time ever. And since it was a long time ago and she was flying in denim, was it Britney Spears? Was she on her way to see Justin Timberlake?
Holy crap,
who
it
was
might have
also wearing denim?
It could have been. Doubtful,
might have been.
Doubtful, but could have been.
That's not zero.
Yeah.
I don't think she was flying in the same row as you.
Yeah.
And the timeline doesn't quite check out because that was before she was a big deal.
Yeah. I did say as well to Saucy, I made everybody come see us. You want to see the babies? Get your ass over here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Newborns, it's you're on my schedule.
That's right.
I remember turning down a whole bunch of family dinners and lunches.
That was the greatest ever.
That's nap time. Well, let's why don't we all meet at 1? 1? Yeah. She naps until 2. Well, can't you just bring her with? No. Nope. See you in 3 years. It is the greatest trump card ever. Those first couple of months, it's just maybe even first couple of years. It's just no, I'm not doing that.
Nope,
can't do it.
Can't do it. Did you not know we had a kid? Can't do it.
Right then from like 4 to 10, it's do you really want to go to this thing on Saturday? Nah, not really. Wow, why don't we just say Harper's sick?
Yeah,
can't. Got to stay home. Kid's sick.
You can't do it.
Yeah, I don't. She might have given it to us too, so I don't want to give it to you.
Mud out here. We can't do it. You don't want us throwing mud all over your place, do you?
No.
And nobody wants you to come over with the kid anyway.
No, people hate kids. Again, famously, Sauce, before he had this one, he said, I don't care about other people's kids, which is why he throws away Christmas cards, right?
That's right.
I don't care about your kids.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's what he said.
So again, I cannot wait until this Christmas when those 3 send out Christmas cards and every one of Sauce's friends can take that picture of Kellen, Sauce, and Louie and throw it right in the garbage.
Yep.
And it's not Kelly's fault, and it's not Louie's fault.
Nope.
Those are going to go in the trash because of one person and one person only. Yeah. It's going to be a cute picture, but it's going to be covered in, garbage.
Yep. And you know what, Corey and Zach, it finally happened. Dennis the Menace died.
Saw that.
Oh, and Alex Ovechkin also.
Yes.
It finally happened.
Yes. On the same
day.
Same day.
Yeah, which
I said that about 5 years ago. I go, what if we lose Dennis the Menace on the same day as Alexander Ovechkin breaking Wayne Gretzky's record? And you guys are like, there's like almost no chance. I'm like, I'm just saying it would be a disaster. Like, you don't want Ovechkin's day to be overshadowed by the death of Dennis the Menace. And it was.
That's what happened. That's what happened, yeah.
You know how it works. Celebrities die in
one's
NHL record days.
Yeah.
Almost always.
They died as well.
Yeah. I wonder who died when Gretzky set the record.
I can tell you.
Who's that?
Larry Reynolds.
Oh, no.
The first. Yeah. The very first one. Yeah.
Oh.
Senior.
What year did Gretzky break the record?
I don't know.
When was his last game? 99-ish or
Something
so?
like that? Is that why? I don't know. I may have read that. I might not.
He played till 99.
Well, it's even so then. His career ended.
I know he partied like it was 99.
So then maybe he scored his last goal on the same day that like JFK Jr. died.
But that'd be weird.
Or is he still alive? Remember that was a thing like a year ago?
Oh, Junior.
Remember JFK Jr. was still alive? Remember that bit?
There's all kinds of cool things like that out there.
Yeah, I wonder where that went. That was a year ago. I heard a lot about how he was still alive, and then he has yet to emerge.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Maybe because he's living the dream. He's rolling around with his arm out the window, flipping people the bird, cruising around the van, picking up ladies.
I was going to say, that's probably not a smart move to do if you're a pilot.
Good point. Well, apparently. Never mind.
Zach, what are you looking up? What day he scored his final goal?
He scored his final goal on March 29, 1999.
Oh, God, right in the middle of the Limp Bizkit baby boom.
Yeah, that's what they call it. That's what he said. He credited with helping him get to that final goal. Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't thinking about sex ever. He had a Limp Bizkit. Hey, are you guys in front of computers? You both are.
Yep.
Go on CNN.com.
CNN.
That news site, right?
Yeah.
All right. Global markets plunge again on Trump's tariff turmoil.
Now go down a little bit.
That's going to be fun today.
Go down to see where it says 4 subscribers and the pictures of the two gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. The Menendez Brothers.
Yeah. Don't they just look like a couple guys that coach your hockey team?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Bob and Tim. Because they're my neighbors across the street.
Right, because they got the smiles going, right?
They're just hanging out.
They both look like really nice guys.
Especially the one on the left, which I think is Eric. Eric just looks like a guy who lives across the street and coaches his kid's hockey team. He's a murderer.
Yep.
Now, his brother does look psychotic. Those ears, you can't help. That's going to make you crazy. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they absolutely look like.
Yeah.
If you were casting for like a new Mighty Ducks movie and you needed like youth hockey coaches, they would be 1 and 2.
Those eyes that are smiling at you there have seen some horrible blank.
Yeah, man. They saw their inside
themselves.
of their parents' heads.
Yeah, they did. They did. You're right. Good morning, everybody.
Happy Monday.
Here we are.
Yeah, one of those guys needs a face tattoo. Then it would check out.
Yeah, they wouldn't look so. If he had like a tear, like 2 teardrops, because he should, right?
Yeah, maybe more.
Yeah, right. Weird. I hate that he's in prison. He murdered his parents. He's got better hair than me.
Man, everything's coming up Menendez.
What a bad break for the other guy, though.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the ears, the lack of hair.
The dead parents, the 3-decade prison sentence.
Yeah. The sex. Yeah.
The
unwanted sex.
Yeah. Well.
The accused or rumored incest.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, White Lotus season 3 wrapped up last night.
Yeah, how was it? Was it worth it?
Yeah, the ride was worth it. Yep.
Good.
Slow start, but mess of a final ending, final episode, but you could tell it was going to be all season long.
Just like the Menendez brothers' parents.
Pretty much, yep.
Mess of an ending.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's right. See how it all made a full circle there?
We did go full circle.
Yeah, we did.
So I believe Ben's back today, right?
That's what I believe.
He missed Thursday, Monday, Thursday. He was at Rosie's spot on spring break, but I believe he's back today. We believe Muss is back today. Like I said, Sauce is out the next couple of days because he's flying all over the world with Louie.
He'll be back on Wednesday. There's no Louie, only Steve.
Yeah, because it's Masters Week.
That's right. Can you believe, by the way, that and we're going to break that I was listening to the Bets and Quotes podcast yesterday. It's been 10 years since I like the last of Pipeline. 10 years.
No kidding.
Yeah. This
was 10 years ago.
They recorded it on the 5th, which was Saturday, and that was the 10-year anniversary of I Like the Alaskan Pipeline, according to them, and I believe everything they say, because why not? Who cares, right? They can tell me whatever they want. I believe them.
10 years.
10 years, baby.
Feels, I would have guessed, more like 6, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
10 feels...
10 feels pretty quick, like. with you.
A little bit too much, but I believe them. They keep track of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they do stuff. They're good at stuff. They care about stuff.
Yeah, they do a better job of tracking this show than we do.
There's no doubt.
By about tenfold.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
More of the Power Trip.
It's true that some things change as we get older. But if you're a woman over 40 and you're dealing with insomnia, brain fog, moodiness, and weight gain, you don't have to accept it as just another part of aging. And with MIDI Health, you can get help and stop pushing through it alone. The experts at MIDI understand that all these symptoms can be connected to the hormonal changes that happen around menopause. And MIDI can help you feel more like yourself again. Many healthcare providers aren't trained to treat or even recognize menopause symptoms. MIDI clinicians are menopause experts. They're dedicated to providing safe, effective, FDA-approved solutions for dozens of hormonal symptoms, not just hot flashes. Most importantly, they're covered by insurance. 91% of MIDI patients get relief from symptoms within just 2 months. You deserve to feel great. Book your virtual visit today at joinmidi.com. That's joinmidi.com.
Something unexpected happened after Jeremy Scott confessed to killing Michelle Schofield in Bone Valley Season 1.
I just knew him as a kid.
Long, silent voices from his past came forward.
And he was just staring at me.
And they had secrets of their own to share.
Gilbert King. I'm the son of Jeremy Lynn Scott.
I was no longer just telling the story. I was part of it.
Every time I hear about my dad, it's, oh, he's a killer. He's just straight evil.
I was becoming the bridge between a killer and the son he'd never known.
If the cops and everything would have done their job properly, my dad would have been in jail. I would have never existed.
I never expected to find myself in this place. Now, I need to tell you how I got here.
At the end of the day, I'm literally a son of a killer.
Bone Valley, Season 2. Jeremy.
Jeremy, I want to tell you something.
Listen to new episodes of Bone Valley Season 2 starting April 9th on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And to hear the entire new season ad-free with exclusive content starting April 9th, subscribe to Lava for Good Plus on Apple Podcasts.
Morning show after this.
The Power Hour goes live at 8 a.m. You can watch it at KFAN.com/watch. It's powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
You know, and Sauce isn't here, but if he was here, he would have said that first segment was brought to you by our friends at Gutter Helmet. Thanks, Gutter Helmet.
That's right. He would have said, never get your gutters done without them again. Or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's right. Did you guys watch any basketball? Do you care?
I mean, I kind of care because what happened out of the final four teams is, you know, I lose the most money in the core versus four and core versus Tommy if Florida wins. I've been anti-sweating Florida the whole time. UConn almost beat them. Right. They blew it. Texas Tech should have beat them. They blew it.
Right.
Auburn should have beat them. They blew it. So Florida just can't be killed. And now they're 1-point favorites tonight against Houston. So my biggest financial liability is Florida. Mm-hmm. But then on the flip side, part of me was like, I just want Duke to win because Duke's the team that has the best chance to take them down. And I only lose a little bit of money if Duke wins the whole thing. So I'll take a small loss. That's fine. Well, then Duke blows the game to Houston. And now Houston is the team I can win the most money on. Yeah. So now it's boom or bust. So I could have just said, all right, let's just lose a little bit. Let's have Duke win. Let's do this. So now I get to actually cheer for Houston.
There you go. Yeah, right.
I don't know. I think Florida's going to win. They've shown you can't kill them. 3 teams have had a chance. And all 3 times, Florida's like, nah, we got this. You're good. So Houston plays a lot of defense, but that's going to be a tough team to stop. That's tonight, the national title game.
There you go. Congratulations.
Controversial finish there, too. People didn't love the officiating in that Duke-Houston game. And as I easily predicted, like the rest of the world predicted, the Duke memes from White Lotus were everywhere. As Zach, I believe you even sent one to the group text or whatever. Like that, the gun to the head with the Duke shirt on was pretty prevalent on Saturday night.
Yeah.
What a game for that to be deployed. It was perfect.
It's going to be for the rest of time.
It was like Dorothy going into the tornado in Twister. It was just perfect.
Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to add to the pile, but again, the guy at the finale last night was wearing the Duke shirt while he was popping pills. So, my guess is they're just going to keep stacking.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole bunch of Duke shirt scenes this season, so there's a lot of opportunity for memes.
That's all we asked for.
Yeah. And the Wild won.
They did. What a game. Holy crap.
In overtime, right?
That's correct.
Look at you guys. Look at you.
Much needed, sorely needed 2 points. And I mean, man, if they can just take care of business against a very terrible Sharks team,
TCB,
I think we can start planning for the playoffs here, hopefully.
Yeah.
But don't want to count our chickens, right?
No, don't count your chickens, brother. Then I owe Johnny Bones some money, I think, if they make the playoffs.
I believe that is the case.
So, yeah. And the Twins
also went to overtime.
Twins were leading 7-1 and somehow lost.
Oh, no. What?
Yeah. They were leading 7-1. 7-1. Yeah.
Thank God there were so many other things going on yesterday.
Yeah.
They could hide behind that pretty easily without... but
yeah. So let's back up, though. Let's back up to... You didn't fly to Montreal to go see Snow Patrol.
I did not.
You did not drive to Champaign to see ZZ Top.
I did not.
Oh, man. You didn't go to Deadwood? Or the Black Hills?
I did not, no. But, man, I did a lot of fun stuff.
But you kept it within the Twin Cities?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I was telling Zacho I could have used another couple of days of weekend. It's just fun. I had a good, I got a lot done. I had some good food. I played some music, which is always fun. I watched some TV shows. I slept. Sleeping's fun. Sleeping is good. Good sleep. Oh, and I took a long hike yesterday and got lost. You ever been hiking and got lost? Either of you?
Nope.
Yeah.
No. There's a moment where you have to say to yourself, "Be cool. You're going to be all right. You can still hear the highway. You're not going to die out here." But there was a moment where I was like, I live here now. I'm never going to get home.
Lost to the point where you didn't know which direction to walk in, or just how do I get back to the path? Or
it was very odd because I was hiking along and the river was on my right-hand side. And then a couple of moments later, deep in thought, I realized the river was now on my left-hand side. And I wasn't sure how the hell that happened. And I realized after a while that I'm pretty sure I crossed a dry part of the riverbed at a fork. And that made it so I was on the other side of the river. And I was so far from where I thought that happened, I just had to walk towards the sound of a road. And I did. And then I walked down the side of the road and found my way back to my general vicinity of Rogers, Minnesota.
All right, follow-up question.
Sure.
You had your phone on you, correct?
Sure.
All right, so you could have GPS'd yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I could have called Uber.
The old geolocate thing. You could have figured out where you were. But still.
But it was more fun to, find my way out. But,
to stand by me.
Yeah. I did find, by the way, beside the river, I'm going to send you a picture.
A dead body?
Well, that was, of course, I'm always expecting that, as you well know. We've talked about that for years. I know that eventually I'm going to find
You're going to find one. And walking along the river, again, a.k.a. stand by me, walking along the river is where you're going to find one.
That's exactly right. Now, I want
Were
you
you
guys,
looking for one?
I'm always sort of, I don't
It's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to send you two this, and then I will go ahead and paste it on me Twitter page, also known as X, also known as whatever, I don't care. This I found, and I did investigate around it, but not beneath it, looking for a body. It should be in your texting right now, and I'm texting it.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I know. This is what I found beside the river.
It looks like an art installation.
It is not. It is a destroyed and broken canoe.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it ended well for whoever was in there.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. And I was kind of, I wanted to, I don't want to find a dead body, but I kind of want to get it over with. I know it's my destiny, my density to find a dead body at some point. And I think maybe under that canoe might have been a dead body.
But there wasn't.
Well, I don't think so. I didn't investigate too closely. I didn't want to touch it. I don't want to disturb the grave.
Well, yeah, I don't want to tell you what to do, but if you're going to find a dead body, I would look into a old rusted out, turned over canoe.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And then I thought, well, this is a broken canoe. Do I need to let somebody know? So I looked for positive, some sort of an identifying mark, and I didn't find any. And I decided it wasn't my business.
No, and it also looks like it's been there for a long
That's what I'm
time.
saying. This might have been, I could be wrong, but I believe this is Lewis and Clark kind of times.
Maybe it was worth something.
Doubtful. Isn't that weird? There's Echo.
It's like I said, it's very unsettling.
It's disconcerting, isn't it?
Because it broke.
Yeah.
But
it ended up together broke.
How did it broke?
How did it broke? That's what I thought. How did this broke?
It's that seat.
Shoot.
Shoot, how did this thing broke?
I'm tired of you. But in the picture, by the way, you're wearing headphones, right?
Yeah.
Every expert on the planet says we all got to get out and get away from podcasts and radio shows and TV shows. Like, you're supposed to just experience nature, but I am completely with you. When I go on walks or take the dogs on a walk or whatever the deal is, I have to have my AirPods.
Yeah.
Walking around with my thoughts?
Yeah.
That's why I'm leaving the house. I'm trying to get away from my thoughts,
exactly
right? I'm trying to walk it off, and I'll listen to a podcast, listen to music. I'm not walking through nature with silence and my own thoughts.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
No way, man. I'm with you.
No way.
Nope, can't do it. That's wasted time.
I'm at the point now, and this is kind of a douche move, but who cares? I'm a douchebag anyway.
Go ahead. Give her hell.
I even do that now at Target. I'm that guy now.
Yeah, man. Me too.
So I'll drop the kiddo off at gymnastics and run like a couple errands. So if I'm walking through Costco or Target, 90% chance I have my AirPods in and I'm just listening to a podcast. Yeah. I don't even want to walk through Target and think with my own thoughts at this point.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
And I don't want people bugging me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't mean like I just period. I like just people asking me questions. I don't want to be involved. I want them to think, oh, he's listening to something. I can't ask him. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I use it all the time for that too. It's just if I'm like going in, especially in a place that I could run into somebody that I kind of know.
Yeah. Like Sex World.
Right. I mean, I don't mind saying hi to Rosie, but like,
yes,
you know how he can go on and on.
He just talks and talks. Have you tried the new 9-incher?
Right. And
that's what he always says, right?
He starts introducing you to all the employees there that he knows all by name.
Right.
He's got a new podcast.
He what?
Rosie's got a new podcast.
He do?
Wonder how long that lasts.
We talked about it. I don't think it makes it past the new year. And I believe I'm being generous. Because after a while you realize, I don't have to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you run out of guests. And then...
you start repeating guests.
Yep.
And then the people say, you're not going to make any money off this. And you're like, what?
Well, then why am I doing it? And then you say, exactly. Yeah. Ooh, that's a really good over-under. January 1st, 2026.
Right.
I mean, look, I'm wishing him the best of luck.
You really are.
We're just trying to be. You can tell.
Yeah.
Just being realistic here. That's a really good over under 8 months.
What would you take?
I feel like if he makes it 6 months, he'll make it 8. That's the tricky part of this. Like if he makes it to Viking season, I feel like he can.
Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point.
Find his way at least to the end of the season. Now he might take a break.
Does he only do it once a week?
Yeah.
Okay, if it's only once a week, and like the Vikings take is a really hot take, Zachary, because if he can get the Vikings week and do it once a week, he can definitely get through the season, which runs into basically early January, right? Even if it's a disaster. I don't mean the podcast, I mean this season. I guess I would take the over then.
Okay, good.
I would
I'll
take
the under.
that he goes into 2026.
Put $100 on it?
Sure.
All right, done. Done and done.
Did I just bet Mark Rosen will work?
You did.
Well, hang on. Before we book this,
too late.
before we book this, what if he passes away?
Well, then I get the money. He didn't.
No. This has to be just because he quits it.
All right. Well, it'll be a push then.
Fine. If he dies, it's a push.
Jesus Christ.
He ain't gonna die. His soup's healthy.
Yeah, well, it's a car accident.
Well, I mean, you can, okay, all right. If it's a car accident, then it's a push.
If it's a death in general. If he dies before Jan 1, 2026, it's a push. If he flat out quits, you win.
Okay.
If he lasts until 2026, and I win.
And by the way, I also get, if they tell him nobody's listening, you're out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's canceled before that as well.
Then I get it as well.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Good.
It's going to be very awkward in late December.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
For Hawk.
Yeah. My best thing I can hope for is a push.
Well, how about, like, it's the last week of December, and you and Rosie are getting lunch, and you pick up the tab, and then you say to him, Rosie, is there any chance in the next week you can stop the podcast? I'll pay you $100. And Rosie would go, I can't give you all of my earnings for the last 8 months.
Actually, what I'll say to him is, you got two choices.
Yeah, exactly. You're just pointing a gun under the table at him.
We're standing by the train tracks.
Yeah. No, you and I are going to walk out of here, and you're not going to make a commotion. You're either going to quit this goddamn podcast or else.
Wait, are you saying you'd kill me for $100? You're damn right I would.
It's the principle of it.
Have you seen Kevin Spacey in that one show?
Front Page Sports is next on the Fan.
It's true that some things change as we get older. But if you're a woman over 40 and you're dealing with insomnia, brain fog, moodiness, and weight gain, you don't have to accept it as just another part of aging. And with MIDI Health, you can get help and stop pushing through it alone. The experts at MIDI understand that all these symptoms can be connected to the hormonal changes that happen around menopause. And MIDI can help you feel more like yourself again. Many healthcare providers aren't trained to treat or even recognize menopause symptoms. MIDI clinicians are menopause experts. They're dedicated to providing safe, effective, FDA-approved solutions for dozens of hormonal symptoms, not just hot flashes. Most importantly, they're covered by insurance. 91% of MIDI patients get relief from symptoms within just 2 months. You deserve to feel great. Book your virtual visit today at joinmidi.com. That's joinmidi.com.
Something unexpected happened after Jeremy Scott confessed to killing Michelle Schofield in Bone Valley Season 1.
I just knew him as a kid.
Long, silent voices from his past came forward.
And he was just staring at me.
And they had secrets of their own to share.
Gilbert King. I'm the son of Jeremy Lynn Scott.
I was no longer just telling the story. I was part of it.
Every time I hear about my dad, it's, oh, he's a killer. He's just straight evil.
I was becoming the bridge between a killer and the son he'd never known.
If the cops and everything would have done their job properly, my dad would have been in jail. I would have never existed.
I never expected to find myself in this place. Now, I need to tell you how I got here.
At the end of the day, I'm literally a son of a killer.
Bone Valley, Season 2. Jeremy.
Jeremy, I want to tell you something.
Listen to new episodes of Bone Valley Season 2 starting April 9th on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And to hear the entire new season ad-free with exclusive content starting April 9th, subscribe to Lava for Good Plus on Apple Podcasts.
Hit the courts in parlay for KFAN's Timberwolves Watch Party with host me, Zach Halverson of the Power Trip Morning Show.
Noted basketball aficionado.
I can't wait to watch the Timberwolves on the big screens as they face off against Brooklyn this Friday at 8 o'clock. Party with free food, prizes, and more. Get all the details now at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Well, that'll be fun. There you go.
This Friday.
That's correct.
Way to go, Zachary.
T.I.
Nice.
Gonna do some gambling down there as well.
I got a room.
Yeah, you do.
And so yeah, we're gonna hit the tables.
Good job. Knock them out. Get it done.
Can't wait.
Best of luck.
Yeah. Time for some sports.
Time now for Front Page Sports. Presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores for a limited time. 3 monsters for just $7. 3 for $7 at Holiday. Go get those monsters. I want the white one this morning. Not this month. The white monster.
Yeah.
That
That's
new
what
blue
they called
one,
you in high school.
That new blue one is fantastic.
Which is saying something because it was Chisago.
Yeah, no kidding. I know, yeah.
He was the one.
What are you saying? There's a lot of white people in Chisago?
Yeah, a lot.
What?
Yeah. I can check on that.
Yeah,
Let me check on that.
There really was. Yep.
I got percentages here if you want.
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
This is for the city or the county or for what?
Chisago Lake Township, which encompasses the whole area.
You have the Caucasian percentage? I'm gonna guess
Caucasian here, man.
I'll go 94.6.
I have two different numbers. Let's go with this one. 89.4% in 2023. So, the other one was more...
not as high as I thought it'd be.
Chisago Lake Township is 99.18.
Yeah, okay.
But Chisago City is 89.4.
Wow.
Yeah, see, we're way more diverse in the actual metro area,
right.
not the suburbs of Chisago Lakes. We're getting there, man. Progress. Nothing like a Halverson Jeepers.
Jeepers is right.
The Twins lost 9-7 to the Astros in 10 innings. Like Chris mentioned, the Twins did have a 7-1 lead and blew it. Wallner went 4 for 5, which is nice, but Griffin Jacks pitched the ninth, gave up 3 hits and a 2-run home run to Alvarez. That sent it to extra innings. Chris Paddock, again, struggled. 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Look it up on your phone. His ERA is now 14.73. The Twins are 3-6, and they're at Kansas City for 4 games starting tonight at 6:40. Simeon Woods Richardson versus something called Michael Lorenzen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baseball. Anybody?
Anybody?
Twins
Baseball?
suck.
Actually, hang on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the rest of this update like Sauce does it at 7:20, where I'll end the sports story.
Pantsless?
No, I'll do this. I'll do the sports story, and then when it's over, I will sit in silence for an uncomfortable length of time, waiting for somebody to say something. But then when you guys don't say anything, I don't get the cue to move on.
Okay.
So let's see if you guys stay quiet after this one, how long it takes me to realize you guys aren't going to say anything. Sound good?
Let's go.
UConn and Paige Beckers win the national championship in women's basketball, 82-59. They just rout South Carolina. That is UConn's 12th national title in women's basketball. First, though, since 2016, where I believe that was the end of a 3 or 4 year run where they just kept winning, but they hadn't won in 9 years. That is the final game of Paige Beckers' illustrious UConn career. So shout out to Paige Beckers, Minnesota's very own. She scored 17. Nobody? Okay. The national championship is tonight between Florida and Houston at 7:50. That's a late start. What are we doing?
I don't know.
DraftKings has Florida as a 1-point favorite. I don't know why I thought they were going to be slightly bigger favorites than that, but looked up at DraftKings and it was 1. A couple of other sites have it at 1.5, but Florida a slight favorite.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I got my money.
You did.
I got my money. Okay.
Yep. So I'm sweating, anti-sweating Florida, definitely cheering for Houston. Let's go. I can still sneak out of this. In the core versus 4, when 4 number ones get there, I should be in huge trouble. Mm-hmm. And I somehow have a way to sneak out of here with a nice little win if Houston just figures it out.
Saturday really saved this tournament because it was not great until Saturday, and then those were 2 really good games, particularly that Houston comeback. That was, still don't know how exactly it happened, but it did.
Because the Florida comeback was just too early in the game to make it super dramatic. It was still, it was close down the stretch, but they were down 9, midway-ish through the second half, and then they caught that super hot run that wiped the deficit away in about a minute and change, which is exactly what Florida did against Texas A&M with about a minute and 30 to go. So they've done it twice, just erased giant leads in the blink of an eye, which is why I'm nervous tonight, because even though Houston's defense is statistically unbelievably good, Florida can score in bunches And I know everybody compares that Clayton kid to Steph.
John?
I don't know, man. That kid can do almost anything.
John Clayton?
To John Clayton.
Really?
Just a hideous man that is somehow good at his job.
Speak ill of the dead.
Why is he so gone?
He died on the same day of Wayne Gretzky passing Gordie Howe.
Oh,
He did.
That's interesting.
Yes.
The Wolves are at the Drunken Scotties tomorrow at 7 o'clock. The Wolves only have 4 games left, but they are heating up. Everything's going the right way. They've won 5 straight. 4 games remaining at the Drunken Scotties tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Then a huge game at Memphis Thursday. That theoretically could decide maybe ultimately who gets in the top 6 and who doesn't. We'll see, though. Depends on how the rest of the games for all these teams go. Then they host Brooklyn on Friday. Zach will be at TI for that. And then they host the terrible Utah Jazz on Sunday. So the last 2 games should be absolute layups, right? Should be, unless something weird happens. Mm-hmm. Brooklyn and Utah should be wins 100%. Let's go. Next 2 are a little dicey, at Milwaukee and at Memphis.
Go ahead.
I think 2-2 is the minimum. Obviously, 4-0 is the maximum.
We'll be back in 2-2.
If it's 1-3 or worse, we're in big trouble.
2-2.
Yeah, 2-2 seems reasonable. I would actually
can do better.
Let's do 3-1. Let's beat Memphis. We'll lose tomorrow because you don't
want to lose to the Drunken Scotties.
You don't, but whatever. You got to lose one of the 4.
How about Rudy Gobert on Saturday? 23 points, 19 rebounds. So his last 7 games, he's had double-digit rebounds in all of them. His last 4, though, 25 rebounds, then 12 rebounds, then 18, and then on Saturday, 19. That's a lot.
Yeah. He's been good, right?
He's been very good.
He's been very good.
You guys like him?
So again, at Milwaukee tomorrow.
How's Cat?
How's Cat?
Yeah, how's he doing?
He's doing pretty good. He's really settling into the new digs in New York.
Oh.
Still has his place back here, though.
Oh.
Says he likes the summers.
Oh. So didn't play for us anymore.
That's true.
Interesting.
That must be like a tough part of the whole getting traded part is you get all attached.
Do you think he was attached?
I think he liked it here.
Probably. Wonder why my feed is full of video of the big boats coming into Duluth Harbor all the time. It's pretty sweet. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I like to watch them.
Do you click on that?
No. Hey, Maxo!
Do you search for big boat pics?
You know what? That's where I messed up, isn't it? My spelling's not great, and I'm all thumbs. Yeah, because I did type in Daddy likes big boats.
Well, maybe hang on. Can I see if I just crack the code? Some of those huge boats to get into the harbor require a tugboat. So is it possible that you just like watching tug jobs and then somebody said, if the kid's going to Google tug jobs, let's just give him what he wants.
Okay, now
it's possible.
I've seen 2 mistakes I've made. Also, there's one that barely made it in the harbor and they had to grease up the sides.
Like a wet pig.
Yeah, right. So I did type in, it won't fit, so you have to grease it up.
Yep.
And, so no, I guess never mind. Now I know why.
But see, now you're hovering over the videos, right? Isn't that part of the algorithm?
Yeah.
If you stop, if you're scrolling and stop on something, they just assume that's what you want.
They're like, this some bitch likes to watch big boats. I like big boats. I can't lie. Look at these things, man. These sons of bitches are huge.
It's funny you bring all this up because, I got to switch over to the KFAN account on my phone every once in a while.
Yeah.
To tweet.
Yeah.
And it's, it defaults to the For You tab. And I don't know who's using this damn account.
Yeah.
But whoever is
the KFAN account?
Yeah.
What do they like?
They like large chess.
That's got to be who runs that the most? AJ?
Yeah.
Nick Madden?
I don't know.
Like
I don't want to throw anybody in
Isn't
particular.
Abbott the administrator?
It might. Literally, these are all potential.
Man, these boats are huge.
Let me see here. Let me check out the old iHeart database. Who has access?
Yeah, one time I signed onto the KFAN Instagram and just BBW was searched like 30 times.
Yeah, right. Right.
So, all right, the list of people who have access to the KFAN Twitter account: AJ Mansour, Nick Madden, Chad Abbott, Tackle Terry Tuma.
Oh,
So it's, those are the four. Those are the, as we call them here, the usual suspects.
Hey, Court, you ever look at these big boats coming into the harbor at Duluth?
No, not really.
You know what's
Pretty
crazy
cool.
to me?
That they don't sink. Buoyancy is amazing.
That they do. Because, like, they call it a lake, right? A boat that big should never be able to sink on a lake. The Superior is enormous, man. You just never think, like, but they're out in the middle of that giant lake in those giant boats, and they're like little specks, and they're gone forever.
Yeah.
Oh, get you, Goomy.
This has got to be an easy Google, Zachary or Max, but what's the deepest point of Lake Superior? Before you look it up, how deep do we think it goes?
Man,
I bet.
I don't even have a good guess.
I bet. Boy, I'm going to say something dumb.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are
like
we even
300? I don't know. Is that dumb?
I would think it's a couple hundred feet deep. Is it not?
I was going to say miles. No, for real. It's got to be deeper than that, I bet. It's got to be deeper than that.
This is 1332.
1,300?
1,332 feet?
That's what it says right here, yeah.
Wow.
I think I would have put it at like 300 or 400 tops, but that's how little I know about lake depths.
Average depth is 483.
Okay.
Golly, ma.
Oof, I wouldn't have even been close.
That's what I'm saying. Wow. Pretty crazy. They're big old boats. That'd be fun. I don't know. The boats are coming back and forth from Canada now, and they're empty.
Huh?
You know, we share a border with Michigan on Lake Superior. Little fun fact for you.
Yeah.
You can go to Isle Royale National Park.
Yeah. I'm going to do that on the old motorcycle.
You really should. Well, the motorcycle?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he can. If you drive a motorcycle fast enough, you can just skim right across the top of
That's what I've been told.
body of water.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
And as soon as you hit the water, just hit the gas, and you'll actually get across it like a jet ski.
Yep.
That's a scientific fact.
Fun.
Yep. What really matters is next. We'll do scores and stats around the world of sports, and we'll learn something else. And then Ben Lieber will be here in about 10 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
It's true that some things change as we get older. But if you're a woman over 40 and you're dealing with insomnia, brain fog, moodiness, and weight gain, you don't have to accept it as just another part of aging. And with MIDI Health, you can get help and stop pushing through it alone. The experts at MIDI understand that all these symptoms can be connected to the hormonal changes that happen around menopause. And MIDI can help you feel more like yourself again. Many healthcare providers aren't trained to treat or even recognize menopause symptoms. MIDI clinicians are menopause experts. They're dedicated to providing safe, effective, FDA-approved solutions for dozens of hormonal symptoms, not just hot flashes. Most importantly, they're covered by insurance. 91% of MIDI patients get relief from symptoms within just 2 months. You deserve to feel great. Book your virtual visit today at joinmidi.com. That's joinmidi.com.
Something unexpected happened after Jeremy Scott confessed to killing Michelle Schofield in Bone Valley Season 1.
I just knew him as a kid.
Long, silent voices from his past came forward.
And he was just staring at me.
And they had secrets of their own to share.
Gilbert King. I'm the son of Jeremy Lynn Scott.
I was no longer just telling the story. I was part of it.
Every time I hear about my dad, it's, oh, he's a killer. He's just straight evil.
I was becoming the bridge between a killer and the son he'd never known.
If the cops and everything would have done their job properly, my dad would have been in jail. I would have never existed.
I never expected to find myself in this place. Now, I need to tell you how I got here.
At the end of the day, I'm literally a son of a killer.
Bone Valley, Season 2. Jeremy.
Jeremy, I want to tell you something.
Listen to new episodes of Bone Valley Season 2 starting April 9th on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And to hear the entire new season ad-free with exclusive content starting April 9th, subscribe to Lava for Good Plus on Apple Podcasts.
Benjamin's back. Look at him. He was at Rosie's spot for about a week, but back from spring break.
Look at you.
How was Rosie's spot?
Good morning. Rosie's spot was just spectacular. You know, he does such a good job with that place. You know, I do get a little tired of everybody just asking me about him.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to enjoy my family and enjoy the sun and the sand and the relaxation, but everybody's asking about Rosie and his podcast and all this other stuff.
Yeah, can you take this back to Rosie?
Over or under Jan 1, 2026.
How many have they done so far?
I believe just one, maybe two. I'm not sure. I think it's one or two.
Well, ask the folks in his spot, all the people talking about it down there, and the billboards.
You know, I don't know much about it. Who else is with him? Is it just him? He's got a partner, right?
Suhan did the first one. I don't know if that's a rotating thing or if because it says like Rosen Sports Monday. I don't know if it's a rotational guest co-host or not. Well, or if it is him and Suhan every time. Not sure.
Here's the description. Join broadcasting legend Mark Rosen for an in-depth look at Minnesota sports every Monday during the afternoon drive.
An astonishing run for
really.
Can you just do that from 2 to 3 on Colin's show
during the afternoon drive?
It's a podcast.
Yes, I'm saying how do they?
You can listen to it whenever you want.
Yeah, whenever you want. I guess he's just saying that's when it drops.
Oh. Is that
because if you are just waiting there like a panting dog, waiting for the next podcast,
panty dog,
as we all are.
Dogs with panties, panty dog, whatever.
A dog who finds panties.
Yeah,
obviously.
Ooh, that'd be kind of nice.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's on Monday afternoons because Rosie has to wait to hear the hot takes for Monday morning and then record it?
Maybe that's it.
Like, and when I mean by hot takes, I mean wait till Ben says his Vikings takes first. And then you record the podcast? I don't know.
What do you guys hate the most? Because this has happened to all of us in here.
Yeah.
Either you find out someone's stealing your takes, or somebody tries to reference what you said earlier and get it completely wrong.
Well, I've mentioned that a couple of times in the last couple of weeks with Sauce when he's like, it's like Corey always says. I'm like, this ain't going to be right. Don't quote me. I would rather just have it be stolen, and then I could make fun of the fact that he stole my take.
Yeah.
Than have him completely butcher my take. Because especially when it's when he's doing it to my face, I could be like, that's not what I said, or that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
But there is nothing worse than when somebody's on a different show on the fan going, yeah, I heard Corey in the morning say so-and-so. I'm like, that's like the opposite of what I said. And of course, you're sitting at home going like, well, I'm not going to be the guy. 15 years ago, whenever those things we would call the hotline and be like, whoa, throw me on. Hang on a second. And I'd go on the show and I'd be like, that's not what I said. And you argue sports. Now I'm like, that is not even close to what I said, but whatever. And then I just change the channel and I move on with my day.
I think that's the right answer because at least in my experience, I don't totally know if they're stealing my take. So it's like, I don't. I'm like, oh, that's actually really similar to what I said a couple hours ago. I wonder where they got that. There was a time early, I would say, I don't know. Let's just say a couple years ago. I did that. I texted the person that was on air. I go, I didn't say that. Like, don't put my name to what you're saying right now because that is the opposite of what I'm saying. And there was a little bit of a back and forth. I mean, the person owned up to it, but I'm like, God, like how many times am I not listening and this happens?
One of the best take thefts of all time was the Stanford coach bit. Where Rosie stole your Stanford coach take. Yeah. Just out of all the names to steal, just happened to be the one that you threw out there, 4 hours before?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
You know who I like is that the coach from Stanford.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wonder how you came up with that name. That happens.
It does happen. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you don't remember where you get the inspiration, completely.
Yeah, but at least you would say, hey, gosh, I just heard this. I don't know if I read this on social media.
Yeah,
somebody said it a couple hours ago. Just to let everybody know this is not an original idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
It's hard to be original when everybody has receipts on online saying so-and-so said that 2 days ago. Well, that doesn't mean I saw it.
Well, that's the other part of it. It's like there are times where I've even personally said something and I go on social media and I'm like looking at stuff. I'm like, oh, I said the same thing. I guess this person said it, a day before. I didn't see what they had said, but it is kind of nice to get a little bit of affirmation from that.
Right. Great minds think alike.
Sure.
Should we do front page, or not front page sports? What's this bit called? What really matters? That's right. Let's learn something.
We need to definitely do that.
That's what really matters.
Ben's been out of the loop. He needs to learn.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays and Vlad Guerrero Jr. agreed to a $500 million deal. 14 years, $500 million. That is the third largest contract in baseball history behind
That's only the third largest?
Yes, behind Juan Soto's 15-year, $765 million deal and Shohei Ohtani's 10-year, $700 million deal. So he's only 26, already a four-time All-Star. His dad's in the Hall of Fame. It's the whole bit.
My goodness.
That's nuts, though.
So when you sign, we talked about this with Juan Soto, too, with the 15-year bit. Obviously, everybody thinks Shohei for 10 is a steal. It's $70 million a year. Who cares?
Yeah.
On average. But when you sign a 14-year deal to a 26-year-old, I wonder how that conversation goes. Because at 40, Vlad Guerrero's not going to be great at 40 years old. So it's like, how do you justify, all right, let's say half that. The next 7 years, you're going to get his best 7 years. And in the next 7 years, his contract value will probably be close to market value. But by the end of this, by the end of 14 years, how does anybody have any idea the state of what baseball is going to be in terms of what contracts are going to be like? Is the game still growing or is it free falling? 14 years from now, a lot could change in Major League Baseball.
Well, here's
That's
one thing
gamble.
you know for sure when you signed him to that. You're not going to be around in year 14.
Good point.
Right.
So
you
sign
don't have to deal
away.
with it. That's right.
You'll probably have different owners. You're not going to be the GM. Just worry about it later. That's kicking the can.
You know what I have in common with the Twins? Neither of us can have Juan Soto. I love Pop. You know what I mean?
Me too,
I can't have
man.
just one.
You, me, and the Twins, brother.
No, Zach, you do one.
I can't.
Oh, see, he just gives up.
Yeah.
It's that chair.
God, I actually kind of appreciate that.
Me too.
Just wave the white flag.
Yep. Ain't gonna happen.
For the bit, though, why couldn't you just go, me do one?
Me do one?
And make it sound like it's a foreign language? What really matters, though, is this.
Tiki and Rondé Barber had the same birthday.
Get out of here.
They're 50 years old today.
What are the chances of that?
I know.
There's 366 opportunities if you count leap day. They were born on the same day.
That's right. They're 50 years old today. Did you ever tackle one of the whichever one? Tiki?
I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't memorable. Yeah, because I played in the same era and I played against the Giants. So for sure, yes, I tackled Tiki.
Who was better, the running back or the linebacker?
The corner.
Corner, I meant. That's what I said.
Probably the corner.
Misheard me.
Yeah, he was misquoting Barrero from yesterday's Sunday sermons.
Oh, is that right?
I think the corner had a better career.
Yeah, they both were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look a lot alike.
Hey, by the way,
Tiki was really good in his
back to them being born on the same day, which is just a crazy coincidence, right?
Crazy, isn't it?
What's the average amount of time in between births of twins? Is it 5 minutes? Is it 10 minutes? The only reason I'm because then you could really kind of figure out the percent chance that twins are born on the same day. Right? Because then you'd have to figure out how many windows theoretically could overlap 2 different days based on the average time in between birth. My guess is it's a handful of minutes at the most, right?
And there's got to be a handful of actual situations where somebody was born on at 11:55 and then the other one was born at 12:05.
For sure. It's definitely happened. I don't know if a bunch is accurate, but it's happened frequently, but it's got to be like a 99.8% chance you're born on the same day. Something like that.
I would think now that it seems like natural birthing twins is more of a rarity because it's mostly probably done by C-section now. It's just like take one out, the other one comes.
Pass it around. 98 babies.
98 babies on the wall.
Because we always hear those stories specifically on New Year's, right? That like a set of twins, one was born in 2024 and the other one was born on 2020, technically on New Year's Day 2025. That happens once in a while. That makes the news.
I have the chances of different years being 1 in 2 million.
Because you'd have to be born on December 31st, and the other one has to delay itself long enough to be on Jan 1.
What about 2 different days? Is that stat?
It says 15 to 17 minutes in between.
That's the average time?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
See, that gives it a slightly higher chance than I would have thought, because I thought the window was going to be about half that. So,
yeah,
it's still, like you said, I like your logic, too, of if a lot of twins are C-section now, then you can probably essentially schedule it. Then it's right in the middle of the day almost always. Right. So it's my 98, what did I guess, 99.8? It's probably something like that.
Sure.
Something in the high 90s. Anyway, just curious. Royce Lewis of the Minnesota Twins remains, quote, weeks away, even though he's doing some running. Got injured on March 16th. He's got a bum hamstring. Weeks away still.
Oof. God, that's so gross to steal a hamstring from a bum.
Can we still call him that or not?
Sure.
Is that PC to call him bums?
Get a job.
Get a job, you lazy bum. I love the phrase bum.
Bum's a good word. Bum is seldom used. You know what? Maybe I'll save it for after the break. What a teaser. What a teaser. I have a word that I think does not get used very often that I think we need to bring back and use.
Does it describe
Bozo?
a lady?
I guess it could be a lady.
All right, good.
Is it a slur against the homeless?
It could be.
Oh, great.
Is it a slur in general?
No slur.
Yeah. If it is against the homeless, let's bring it back. They've got away with too much for too long. Let's take them down a notch when we get back. Ben Lieber's back on the Power Trip Morning Show. We're back after this on the Fan.
It's true that some things change as we get older. But if you're a woman over 40 and you're dealing with insomnia, brain fog, moodiness, and weight gain, you don't have to accept it as just another part of aging. And with MIDI Health, you can get help and stop pushing through it alone. The experts at MIDI understand that all these symptoms can be connected to the hormonal changes that happen around menopause, and MIDI can help you feel more like yourself again. Many healthcare providers aren't trained to treat or even recognize menopause symptoms. MIDI clinicians are menopause experts. They're dedicated to providing safe, effective, FDA-approved solutions for dozens of hormonal symptoms, not just hot flashes. Most importantly, they're covered by insurance. 91% of MIDI patients get relief from symptoms within just 2 months. You deserve to feel great. Book your virtual visit today at joinmidi.com. That's joinmidi.com.
Something unexpected happened after Jeremy Scott confessed to killing Michelle Schofield in Bone Valley Season 1.
I just knew him as a kid.
Long, silent voices from his past came forward.
And he was just staring at me.
And they had secrets of their own to share.
Gilbert King. I'm the son of Jeremy Lynn Scott.
I was no longer just telling the story. I was part of it.
Every time I hear about my dad, it's, oh, he's a killer. He's just straight evil.
I was becoming the bridge between a killer and the son he'd never known.
If the cops and everything would have done their job properly, my dad would have been in jail. I would have never existed.
I never expected to find myself in this place. Now, I need to tell you how I got here.
At the end of the day, I'm literally a son of a killer.
Bone Valley, Season 2. Jeremy.
Jeremy, I want to tell you something.
Listen to new episodes of Bone Valley Season 2 starting April 9th on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And to hear the entire new season ad-free with exclusive content starting April 9th, subscribe to Lava for Good Plus on Apple Podcasts.
Okay. Just let me do this.
All right, go ahead.
It's iHeartRadio Week, only on Wheel of Fortune. Tonight, Wheel welcomes multi-platinum winning artist Keith Urban, and viewers at home, It's your chance to win a VIP trip to iHeartRadio's Let Freedom Sing July 4th celebration in Nashville. Watch Wheel of Fortune tonight. Check your local listings.
Channel 4, 630.
Channel WCCO.
That was a long read. That was a lot going on there.
Well, it's. Did you get the email? It's iHeartRadio Week.
No, I got the email.
And it's on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, no, for sure. Love the wheel. Love the wheel. Ben, when we left last, you mentioned you were going to bring back a term that we were all curious about what it was for. We were all guessing. What's this term you'd like to bring back?
I have some guesses.
If you really do, I'd like to hear them.
Nah, I don't think you should.
I put them in an envelope and I sealed it.
Chris is like, I'm going to say it. No. No.
Speaking of wheel,
I was just about to say that.
That's right. You're right.
People that annoy you.
Give the people what they want. It's iHeartRadio Week.
I know. Yeah.
Benjamin, what term do you want to bring back?
First of all, bum is a great word.
Bum's a great word.
Yeah. Stop being a bum, whatever. I think the word twerp needs to be brought back.
Ooh.
Twerp.
Like calling somebody a twerp. It just hurts and like describes somebody so perfectly.
Such a twerp.
You're such a twerp.
Yeah, it's a solid middle schoolish rip, right?
Right.
Dude's a twerp.
I like the Merriam-Webster example sentence. Some little twerp took her seat.
Yeah, because that's what you picture.
Yeah, like
and
a
you picture this
snotty, bratty kid
doing that.
Her boyfriend's just a pretentious twerp.
Yeah.
And it's not even fresh snot on his face. It's the dried, crusty snot that's smeared, from like.
Okay, but that's why when Zach just said her boyfriend's kind of a twerp, like I picture twerps are kids. Once you get to be like a twerp as an adult, then you're just a douchebag, right? That guy, her boyfriend's a douche.
No, I like it though because it really cuts to the core of the fact, like what you just did, the person you're describing is basically a middle school child.
Yeah.
So and so's being a twerp. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Immature, babyish.
Yeah. Like if when Abbott's not giving you guys what you want. And you're like, God, he's being such
He always gives us what we want. Everybody here is so generous.
But you can call Abbott a twerp, and it's just like such a good descriptive image of what he's acting like right now.
Yeah, I don't think Abbott's very twerp-like, though. That might be a bad example.
He does twerk.
He does.
That's true. Yeah.
He's a twerker.
He makes it clap.
He does.
Who at the band qualifies as a twerp, then?
Go ahead, say it.
I'm right here.
You want to seal it in an envelope and hand it over to me, or what?
Twerp. What are we going with in terms of descriptors?
It's exactly what you just picture in your mind.
Any man can find a twerp here and there who'll go along with cheating, and it doesn't take all that much manhood.
What are you reading?
Yeah, that was
Merriam-Webster.
Read that again?
Boy, get a new sentence.
I know, these are getting...
Come on, Miriam.
Did Webster write that one?
Yeah.
This is where Sauce would go, what you talking about, Willis? Man, we worked together too long.
Have.
It's been too long. That was so easy. This show's dumb. All right.
Yeah, I like twerp.
All right, let's bring back twerp.
Bring it back,
Thanks, guys.
Let's start calling people twerps.
Work it.
Get out of my way, you little twerp.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
that
perfect.
Works.
Exactly.
That
Some
works.
bratty kid in the mall,
What'd
right?
you do, you little twerp?
Get
Isn't
out
that
of
what
here,
he
you
calls
twerp.
the little blonde-haired dude on that Christmas show?
Sure.
You mean Rory? That's Rory Culkin in.
That's it.
Well, I guess it's Macaulay Culkin. I guess
yeah.
Rory's the one who gets his face pinched with the chair, right? When he pushes his chair back.
Yeah, he calls him a jerk.
Fuller.
Yeah.
Fuller wets the bed.
Yeah, joik.
Hey, hold on. Those are allegations.
Wild News presented by Catalyst and CatalystSupplyCo.com. Thanks, Catalyst. Wild News. Boost your build with Catalyst. 3-2. They win against Dallas in overtime. Jason Robertson of Dallas got a penalty, so Dallas was shorthanded. The Wild were on the power play, made him pay quickly. Awesome play. Rossi scores the goal, but the old passing, Zachary, was fantastic on that play. Well executed. Little deception there. Rossi scores the game winner. 2 huge points for the Minnesota Wild. The Wild have just 4 games left. Wednesday, they take on San Jose. San Jose has the worst record in the NHL. Friday at Calgary. Hopefully we just wrap it up before that. Who knows? But Calgary has 6 games left. Then the final 2 games for the Wild. Saturday at Vancouver. Tuesday against Anaheim. And Anaheim has nothing to play for either. So is Vancouver still hanging on? Are they still mathematically alive?
They're alive, yeah. They're hanging on barely. But yeah, our primary concern right now is Calgary.
But they might be done. Vancouver might be done by the time we play them, correct? Theoretically.
Potentially, yeah. I would hope so.
So we might have 3 teams out of the 4 that have nothing to play for, and then the other one is the team that has everything to play for, Calgary, trying to chase us. So it looks like that might all but do it, the 2 points yesterday, but
it was a huge 2 points.
Not over yet. Not mathematically over yet.
And real quick, by the way, it's Kieran Culkin, not Roy Culkin.
Oh, good point. God, why did I say Rory? Kieran's an Academy Award winner.
I had to triple check that, but
speaking of Kieran Culkin, oh God, what is the dude's name? I'm blanking on it.
Elliot Sadler?
No, Eisenberg?
No, Eric Andre.
It's an obscure NASCAR driver. That's why he's laughing.
I don't think he was kidding. I saw Eric Andre on a podcast. I think it was Andrew Santino's podcast. I didn't see the actual interview, but I saw the clip on social media. Eric Andre said Eisenberg reached out to him a couple years ago and said, here's this script I want you to read. I want you to be in this movie. And Eric Andre read the script for A Real Pain in Kieran Culkin's parts. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, man. This is like, I don't know if this is my vibe. I don't know if this is like what I want at this point in my career. So he passed on it.
Oh.
And then Kieran Culkin wins the freaking Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
Did you watch it? Have you seen it?
I've not either.
It's a really good movie.
You think so?
I thought it was a good movie for what it was.
Yeah, I thought it was largely pretty boring, and I don't know why he won the Academy Award. He's the same character that he is in Succession, just not as vulgar. It's the same cadence. It's the same hands through the hair. It's the same energy. It's like, it's the same guy.
And that is who he is in real life, too. If you see him on stage, like when he's accepting the Academy Award, that is kind of his bit, right? It is like Robert Downey Jr. light, as people, and people have made fun of him for that, going like, wow, you're... In fact, I think even Robert Downey Jr. has cracked jokes about like them kind of having the same...
They have the same cadence, the same sort of timing of like with their stuttering and stammering and whatever. I don't know. I was actually really shocked that they gave the award to him. I'm sure I didn't see all the other movies, but I got to think there's some actually good, really good acting performances. And his was just like, isn't he just playing himself? I don't know.
I do think he's awesome in Succession, but I don't know how much of that is, again, like you just said, apart from his actual personality. But Roman is an awesome character.
Yeah, he's really, really good at being hateable.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is it my turn or your turn?
Mine.
What really matters is this.
It was on this date in 2001 that David Graff, also known as Tackleberry in the police academies,
died
at the age of 50. Heart attack at the age of 50.
Damn.
50.
Not good.
Yeah. Tackleberry.
Man, I love Police Academy.
Yeah. Damn right you did.
What was his girlfriend's name in that? I want to say Hot Lips Houlihan, but that was MASH.
No, it's, hang on. Don't tell me. Oh, God, this is going to be one of those segments. Hang on.
How much time do you need here?
I mean, I meant,
I mean, I guess we could talk amongst ourselves.
What am I going to... If that little twerp Abbott calls me and is like, hustle up. Like, nobody cares about the gal from Police Academy's nickname. I'm going to say, listen here, you little twerp. It's our show. We can do what we want.
Probably not a good idea.
The hell is her name? Hang on. Hang on. Don't tell me.
Anyway, Ben, was it sunny?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was really good times.
The sun and
sun,
sleeping. Did you have coffee in the morning?
Coffee every morning.
Yeah. Did you walk around with your nuts out?
No, I did not do that.
You didn't live it up enough.
I thought,
this was a vacation with the kids.
Right.
It's a family place.
You know what? Be yourself, brother.
Yeah.
That's true.
Don't let them hold you back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They need to know who Dad is.
Do you go on any vacations without the kids?
We have not in a while.
You
We
should.
should probably do that.
Yeah.
Only because I just want the guys to just be free.
You want them to feel the sunshine, right? They're so wrinkly.
They need a little tan too.
They're probably pretty white.
People are doing that these days. I mean, they're sunning their perineum.
Well, that's Tommy. I don't know if people is Tommy.
Just get into the happy baby pose and just point it right at the sun.
Yeah, I am a happy baby.
They say it's great for you.
They say that's what they say.
I'm more of a happy
You're a happy
puppy.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tickle happy babies for profit. Are you over there? Are you done? Figured out yet?
I think
I'm going through like it's Hightower, it's Hooks,
Yeah.
Mahoney. Like I'm going through all the freaking characters, and I just cannot think of her nickname.
It rhymes with scrotum.
I'm Googling it, and I don't know. Does she have one for sure?
She absolutely does. Or is it just Officer so-and-so? I swear it was a nickname.
I mean, I can give you the name if you want.
And I'm getting so many things crossed over now. Did she?
Me too, yeah.
Did she hook up with the Japanese guy, or am I thinking 16 Candles?
That's 16 Candles.
I know. I feel like it's both.
That's Fargo.
Wasn't there like a Japanese or Asian officer as well? Or was it always this Tackleberry?
No, you're thinking of Bobcat Goldthwait.
He's not.
One of the most famous Asian actors.
He's
in
not one of my brethren. I
Hollywood.
would remember him. I can't claim him.
Bobcat was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, he was the tiger. What's her name?
What are the initials?
It's KK. I'm seeing Kathleen Kirkland is what popped up when I.
That's the
Googled it.
actress, though, right? That must be the actress.
I don't think
we're looking.
that's her.
Sergeant Kathleen Kirkland.
Then she had a nickname for sure.
No, she's an actress.
Thanks, Rosie. Then she definitely had a nickname.
The actress was named Colleen Camp.
What the hell?
I'm sure somebody. I mean, you've taken 20 minutes now, so I'm guessing somebody has posted on.
Somebody's watched the entire movie.
I'm sure somebody has.
Somebody's actually went through police academy, like the real police academy, and graduated.
Guys, Rosen Sports Monday's
Callahan.
been out for 2 hours.
Officer Callahan?
Yeah, hang on.
That's not.
That doesn't seem right.
Yep. Yeah, son of a bitch. I wouldn't have come up with that.
Callahan?
Yeah, that's the officer we're thinking of.
The auto guy?
No.
God, this is terrible. I mean, I don't know I don't remember what we're trying to remember.
I know, it's been so long.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, happy birthday, Hawk.
Yeah, Leslie
Thanks, buddy.
Easterbrook is the name of the actress.
Wow, this is worth it.
It was totally worth it.
And I thought it was a way better nickname.
By the way, Police Academy Wikipedia, Police Academy Wiki. Debbie Callahan is best known for her aggressive, no-nonsense attitude and her sexuality, especially her large breasts and her sexy disposition.
Yeah, she had both those.
That pretty much sums up her entire character.
Yeah, that's it.
She sure did.
Yep. Unlike Harris, however, she's not a mean instructor who antagonizes her cadets. No. And of course, you know, for some of us who grew up in the 80s and early 90s, the scene in, I believe, Citizens on Patrol where she jumps in the pool and says, "Who's going to save me?" That was a game changer for most of us. 10 or 11-year-olds were like, "What now?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Some of us were 19.
and couldn't wait for that to come out on VHS.
Yeah. Somebody used the pause, rewind button over and over and over again.
Oh man, we did that with Goonies when the gal jumps off the plank and her skirt flies up.
Oh
yeah, we hit the pause button on that.
You mean the mom, right?
I only dropped you once. Maybe twice.
Ronald the mom.
Yeah, that was Pee Wee Herman's cameo in Goonies was epic.
We did not pause anything that Ma Fratelli was doing ever.
I was like, listen, I've never seen the Goonies. I didn't know Louis Armstrong was in the Goonies.
Oh, man. How about when Mama Fratelli just has had enough? The kids run out of the restaurant. She just leans against that door and just goes, "Kids suck."
Yeah.
That's all you need to know about her entire persona. Yeah. She didn't like raising her own kids.
I know.
Let alone some other randos running around screwing up her crimes and whatnot.
I don't like it.
I know, Mama Fratelli.
She didn't like those little twerps running around, poking into her business.
They were twerps.
Looking for bullet holes in her ORV.
Bullet
hole the size of matzo balls.
How is Twerps not the name of an 80s kids movie?
Or band.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Like
Start a band.
Instead of Little Giants, it should have just been Twerps.
Yeah. Actually, starting a band named Twerps.
Yeah. Start a podcast. See if it lasts to the first of the year. Zach and the Twerps. Just you interview a bunch of Twerps.
Okay.
While you twerk.
Twerking with Twerps.
Twerking and twerping.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good ideas on this show.
We'll get to them eventually.
All right, more Police Academy facts after this on The Fan.
The Fan. It's true that some things change as we get older. But if you're a woman over 40 and you're dealing with insomnia, brain fog, moodiness, and weight gain, you don't have to accept it as just another part of aging. And with MIDI Health, you can get help and stop pushing through it alone. The experts at MIDI understand that all these symptoms can be connected to the hormonal changes that happen around menopause. And MIDI can help you feel more like yourself again. Many healthcare providers aren't trained to treat or even recognize menopause symptoms. MIDI clinicians are menopause experts. They're dedicated to providing safe, effective, FDA-approved solutions for dozens of hormonal symptoms, not just hot flashes. Most importantly, they're covered by insurance. 91% of MIDI patients get relief from symptoms within just 2 months. You deserve to feel great. Book your virtual visit today at joinmidi.com. That's joinmidi.com.
Something unexpected happened after Jeremy Scott confessed to killing Michelle Schofield in Bone Valley Season 1.
Every time I hear about my dad, it's, oh, he's a killer. He's just straight evil.
I was becoming the bridge between Jeremy Scott and the son he'd never known.
At the end of the day, I'm literally a son of a killer.
Listen to new episodes of Bone Valley Season 2 starting April 9th on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.